Hello my lovely ravens and welcome to another video. Today I'm setting up my reading journal for 2025. This is a gorgeous bullet journal by Tifosi. I ordered it on their website and I did a little pen swatch page just to see how my pens react to the paper and if it bleeds through, and it didn't. It is very stark white paper, so everything that you put on it is basically the color that it should be. And these are just some of the supplies I will be using. I have to say though, I wasn't going to go for a Harry Potter themed journal, but I am, and this is going to be it. My reading journal for 2025 is going to be Harry Potter themed. I was going to make a different bullet journal, like an everyday or every month, week, whatever bullet journal setup, but I just simply don't have the time to keep this up. And maybe I will use a bullet journal next year, and I will do it in that journal. But for now, I'm just gonna do my reading journal, and I wanted that to be Harry Potter themed. First things first, I wanted to age up some of the pages, so I'm going in with some steeped tea and a tea bag, and I'm just going to go wild with staining the papers here just by adding that tea straight onto the paper and then drying it with a hairdryer. Yes, this does make the pages very crinkly, but I'm okay with that, and I like that aged look and feel, and this is what it looks like from the top. So it will add some bulk, but I'm pretty sure this journal will hold up to that. That first page is always a little bit awkward, where it's just when you open the journal up, there's the flyleaf, and then the next page is kind of stuck to the next page over. So I'm just going to cut that down and make a little pocket there so we don't have that awkward flap. I'm just going to cut that off, and then we have a little pocket where I can put my index in, because the index or table of contents will be sitting in there as the Marauders map. So I'm trying to weave the Harry Potter themes all throughout this journal as best as I can, and kind of going with themes. And I hope you like it. I did creating it very much. Now, because we have that awkward little cut off page bit on the right hand side, I'm going to use this washi tape, or I don't even think this is washi tape. This is just normal sticky tape, kind of washi tape. I don't know. It's sort of see-through, but not quite. And I'm just going to cover that up and stick that down. So for one part, we hide that awkward flap, and secondly, it is a little bit stronger by doing so. I'm going to continue that on to the actual pocket, and then so it looks a little bit more cohesive, and then gluing down just the sides and the bottom of that flap, and just sticking that down so we create a pocket. Now I'm thinking about decorating it even more, but I am not going with that, and I don't even know that I'm gonna go with either of these. I think I do put a quote on there in the end, but these are some of the papers that I kind of am taking from for this journal, and I will be adding way more because I have an order coming in at this point in time when I'm making this journal. I have an order coming in from Temu or AliExpress, and with loads and loads of stickers. So you can see that there's a pocket there, and I have this extra white page, and this is what I'm going to make my Marauders map from. So I'm just gonna fold it in, and just so in a way that it fits in that pocket, and also cut it down a little bit, folding it with my bone folder, and then we have those little flaps that open up. I'm going to decorate that or age it up with the same technique, just adding some tea to the page, drying it, and then drawing out my Marauders map. I'm going to speed that up in a minute for you, and in the middle of this clip I'm going to show you that I'm aging up the edges of this map with scissors like I'm doing here, and that's just to give that a little bit of a raw edge. I printed my magical review chart because I didn't want to use the coal pile system or any other rating system. I wanted to use my own, And I chose for the word magical, and I have a whole rating system attached to that with these magical rating stickers as well. I will make this available for free in my Ko-fi shop, and you can download your own if you would like to use this system as well for yours. So the see-through paper that I'm printing on is some kind of presentation sheet or whatever it is, but it's similar to washi tape, and it is matte, and I like to use it for this journal. And then on the right hand side, so on the left, I'm going to put my Marauders map, and then on the right hand side, I will put my magical review chart, so I have that together. If you want to read it, you can pause the video here. Of course, I have to decorate my Marauders map as well, just making sure that this is the right side up. And I've started penciling it in and just need to complete the entire thing. But just going around the border, as you can see on the left, I have the actual Marauders map, a prop from the movies. And I'm just doing my own thing here, but I thought some of the elements should be there as well. Then I'm just gonna go in with writing the borders of all the rooms. I say writing because it has all kinds of written elements on the actual Marauders map as well. So I thought to do the same thing. This is what mine looks like in the end. It's completely random. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want to have a printout of this as well. I can probably just scan it and share it with you all. And yeah, then I'm just gonna go in with watercolor, and this gives it some depth, and also it separates the rooms from the actual background a bit more. So I want to use this as my index or table of contents, and in all the rooms I can say a room of January or chamber of February, something like that, and then just with a number with that, with on which page is what. So on these two pages I want to make an intro page on what is this journal. It is a reading journal, and I have this secondhand book of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which is my favorite book. I bought it for $3. I have another first edition copy of this book, so don't be offended by me breaking this book. I am going to use some of the pages, and yeah, so I'm sorry, but it was not an expensive book, and I have another copy. So I want to use some of these pages here, and I chose the Hogwarts song that is sang by the Sorting Hat, and the Sorting Hat actually changes his song in the 5th book. But part of that is him saying something about all the houses, and that is what's gonna go on the left-hand side. And I also cut out the, how do you call that? The dust cover. And I thought the words Harry Potter would be nice on that page. And I found some washi tape, and I'm also gonna go in with some pen and these little keys. And the black and white images are is it from this book? It might actually be from this book as well. All the chapters start with a little image that has to do with that chapter, and I thought they would be nice to add in this journal as well. So I'm just trying to get as many resources as I can for my Harry Potter reading journal. If you are part of my main channel, Raven's Minis, you know that I love Harry Potter and everything to do with Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts, more so Harry Potter, because Fantastic Beasts, unfortunately, the franchise is a little bit dead. But, you know, it is what it is. So a while ago, my friend Jen, she sent me some ephemera, and what I did was I scanned it and printed it on my sticker paper and made my ephemera that is not really sticker ephemera into stickers. So you can do the same thing if you want to. If you have some ephemera lying around and you would like to turn into sticker paper, you can always copy it and then print it on sticker paper. So I'm just decorating all the pages now that I've made so far with all the stickers that I've got. This thing I'm gonna use as a bookmark, I think, or as a piece of ephemera later. I might just keep it in here. Who knows, it might stay there, it might not. I actually think I found it somewhere else at some point. So on the left hand side we have that Sorting Hat song, and I'm just going to bring it out a little bit with this blue pen. This is a Pentel Touch pen. Also added some footsteps of the Marauders map, and here I'm just going to add a little quote. I'm also writing with a Pentel Touch pen here, or a Pentel Sign pen, one of the two. I think they're exchangeable. So I'm just going to write that quote here, and I have not lettered or written in like fancy font in a while, so it doesn't look great, but it's all right. Now this page is going to be my, what everyone calls it, my bookshelfie. I don't like that word, so I'm just going to call it the Hogwarts Library. This is not necessarily going to be just for 2025, as same as for this journal. It might last me longer than just 2025, and that's okay. I am going to put my books in here that I read, and then put the genre in a color coding system. So all the books that you see on this stack will have a color with the genres written on their spines. And then all the books that I read this and maybe even next year, however long this journal lasts, will be in this on this page in this library with the color coding for whatever genre they are. I do it this way so I don't have any pressure. I don't have any books planned that I read, because I am very reliable on what my library has available. So I have certain apps that I use, like Libby. They also have Hoopla available, and another app that I can't remember the name of right now. And then there's also Spotify Premium. So my husband and I have a Spotify family account, which puts you into Premium, so you can listen on multiple devices under various on the different accounts, but the same account that you pay for, and you can listen to music. But they recently added audiobooks as well, which is the main thing that I use to consume my books, because it's just as valid as reading them with your eyeballs, or so I think. And you have 15 hours of audiobook listening time through the Spotify app. So that's another app that I use for listening to audiobooks. And I'm just very reliant on what is available there. So you might see some old series or old books come along in my what I read. But I hope you enjoy that journey, and I hope you stick around to see what I read, and maybe let me know in the comments as well what you've read or are reading or are looking forward to read. Some of these series, the new series, just take forever to become available in my local library, and then there's 10 copies available, and then there's 200 people that want to read it, or even more. So yeah. Anyway, this current page is my series tracker, and I might not use this as much. I am not a super big fan of reading series, as in when it comes to books, because you're kind of stuck with like, what if you don't like the second book and there's 8 other books in the series? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, of course, but you know, it's a thing. I just recently read, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, Fourth Wing, and I did not like it. I am probably one of the few that did not like that book, but no, it's that one was not for me, for various reasons, which I will not go into right now, but you will see in my book review when we do the monthly catch-up. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to track my series here when I read them, and it's going to have the series title, the author, and then whichever books they are called in the series. So that was me decorating this little page. And then I thought 2025 needed its own header and start of the year kind of decoration. So that is this here. And then I also wanted to add a year of star ratings. So that is going to be in this page where I'm drawing all the stars out, which I was not happy about. So I'll cover it with brown craft paper, but that's okay. That is the beauty of journals like this. You can do whatever the heck you want and just cover it up if it's not right. So from 1 to 5 stars, and then for every month, and then I'll just fill in the numbers on however many stars I gave a certain book. And here we are with covering that up with brown craft paper. This is just craft paper and I printed dots on it. That was very simple and easy to do. And then I'm just going to draw in those stars again. Here we have this starter page of 2025 all finished, and I think it's time to move on to the next page, which is going to be a book of the year battle. You probably have seen this kind of spread before. It's the bracket battle, book bracket. I think it's book bracket, but book of the year battle seemed in my brain it made more sense. Anyway, decorating it again with more Harry Potter pages, of course. I use a mix of different glues, by the way, so you can see me use Uhu glue stick. It's one of my favorite glue sticks to use, and I have some tape roller as well, and I probably also use some Fabri-Tac glue for some heavier things. Anyway, just drawing this out with a Pigma Micron pen, and I will add my books in probably Adobe Illustrator and then print them on my normal computer on sticker paper. So this is that page. On to the next one. This is going to be a year in pixels on both pages, but they both are different. One is a days read in 2025. And the other one is a reading time tracker. The days read in 2025 are basically just me going in every day. If I've read that day, I will highlight that day. The reading time tracker is how long I take to read a book. So if I start a book on Monday, the 1st of January, and I finish it on the 4th or the 5th of January, those entire days, all of them get marked, because that is how long it takes me to read an entire book. It will make more sense when we fill that in at the end of every month. And my videos at the end of every month, so obviously I need to complete a month in order for me to fill it in. So on the first or the last day of the month, I go in and I make my video, and then I release that in the week coming. So this is my tracker, and then we're moving on to a specific Harry Potter book reading review. So I called it The Boy Who Lived, a reading review, and I'm going to use a Dutch door system. Now I wanted to add tabs here. You can see it drawn out here, but it didn't line up in the end. So I just decided to make it into a little booklet inside the book, just rounding out the corners so it looks a bit nicer. And this is what we have. A book within the book and a double page spread in that tiny book for every one of the Harry Potter books, because I want to do a reread this year. Now, after adding some tea stains, this is what it looks like. And I also printed all the Harry Potter book covers. And I think this is about 3 or 3.5 by 4.5 centimeters. So there we have that. And then for every book, I have these banners. So I found these banners on the internet, and for every book of the Harry Potter series, I have just the abbreviation on that tab. The sticker paper that I use is matte, and I put some sticky tape over every cover of the Harry Potter books. I might not do this for the rest of all the books that I'm going to add as images in my journal, just because it's so reflective. And I think the matte is actually really nice. Anyway, this was a test to see what it looked like, and it's gonna stay that way. So for the next page, I wanted something else, a little bit darker, a little bit more mysterious, and I had these papers from Temu or AliExpress or wherever the heck they come from. You can use scrapbook paper as well. And I'm going to decorate my pages with this stuff. So I'm just cutting out this pretty page, this pretty corner, I should say, and just laying out how I want everything to look. And I end up with a quote on the left-hand side, but then I was not happy about it, so I covered it and I printed the actual words for the quote and stuck it over it. Well, after I put on a piece of paper. So this is what it looks like, the decorated pages, and then I'm going to add a quote here. But yeah, that is going to work out not quite how I wanted. But the rest of the page I'm really happy about, with the darker tones and the gold. I really like it. So you won't see my mistake, and you can see, probably can see, that I covered it up with white dotted paper and then stuck over that quote. I also added underneath every Harry Potter book cover my rating system, so that is all set up and ready to go. And because this is a Harry Potter themed journal, I specifically wanted that Harry Potter themed book spread just for the Harry Potter books and their specific ratings. Now I'm setting up for the month of January, and I'm drawing in too many lines, but that's okay. But yeah, this is my January month layout. So I'm going to also add in here in this calendar how long it takes and for me to read a book and which books I've read. And then on the right hand side, I'm going to make a Dutch door as well, and just with the January in there, like so. And I think I might do that for every month. And then you have all these tabs sticking out at the end. I think that would be quite a cool look when all the entire journal is finished. So I'm just making sure that I have enough space there, and just cutting out the excess pages or the overlap of the decoration here on the other side. And this is the page decorated basically like the other page as well, just sticking on some papers and some washi tapes, gluing down that extra flap that is hanging off the edge there. And yeah, this is basically the journal all done. I have to cut out that January bit. So I stuck down the sticker, and then I cut around the wording like that to create that Dutch door, or the tab, whatever you want to call it really. Then I decided it needed some more decoration, so I'm adding in some more of that golden gilded washi tape. That's absolutely beautiful. I've had this stuff for quite a while, so I could not tell you where I got it from, but if I find it, I will leave links in the description box down below if you want to purchase any of this for yourself. And then I need to add some extra decoration there in that corner. And here we have it. I think we should do a flip through of the entire journal. Here it is. I am so happy with how it turned out. I think my favorite page is, well, this opening page, and then the 2025 opening page, and the Harry Potter reading pages as well, with the little Dutch doors inside the journal, like a little journal inside the journal, that page. But I'm pretty happy with this setup in general. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're reading a lot, if you are not, which is absolutely fine too, and if you're keeping a reading journal, and if you're maybe going to follow along with this theme. I would like to hear your comments and thoughts, and let me know your favorite books as well. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'm sorry this video is a little bit late, but better late than never, I suppose. This is my favorite page, I think. Yeah. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, and a very happy new year. Have a good reading year, and I will see you all in the next one, which will probably be the catch up and filling in of all the books I read in January. I will see you all there.